Ever feel totally trapped by your car insurance? Like you want to switch to a cheaper rate, but the thought of hidden fees, those endless phone menus, and just the sheer amount of red tape is holding you back? Well, welcome to This Explainer. Today we're cutting straight through the insurance bureaucracy. Whether you're moving, maybe you're selling a car, or you just found a way better deal, we're going to empower you to cancel your Liberty Mutual policy today, totally stress-free.
Now, I totally get that the cancellation process can cause a whole lot of anxiety. You're probably worrying about those dreaded hidden fees, sitting on hold forever, or accidentally causing a gap in your coverage. But honestly, don't worry. I promise, this step-by-step guide is going to make the entire process incredibly simple, predictable, and totally straightforward. We've combed through all the fine prints so you literally don't have to.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover understanding your policy, reasons and alternatives, the step-by-step guide, crucial considerations, securing your next policy, and finally, a few frequently asked questions.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Understanding Your Policy. This is all about the preparation phase.
So, before you even think about picking up your phone, you need to gather a few specific things. Grab your policy number and, this is absolutely crucial, locate your renewal date. You see, if your renewal date is just a few weeks away, it might actually make more sense to just stick it out to avoid an early termination fee. Also, take a quick note of any prepaid premium amounts you might be owed a refund for and firmly establish the start date of your new policy. Gathering all this up front ensures you aren't caught off guard during your cancellation call.
Moving right along to Section 2, Reasons and Alternatives. Let's explore some other options.
Because here's the thing, if you simply want a better rate, you might not actually need to go through a full cancellation. If your rates just feel way too high, tweaking your deductibles or coverage levels can sometimes bring that premium right down. Also, Liberty Mutual offers a telematics program called Right Track. It monitors driving behaviors, like your mileage and nighttime driving, and enrolling in that could actually save you up to 30%. So definitely weigh adjusting your current setup versus fully canceling the whole shebang.
Okay, Section 3, the step-by-step guide. These are your exact action steps to cancel.
The most crucial point here is the sequence. Always, and I mean always, activate your new policy before canceling the old one. A lapse in insurance can result in state fines, a suspended license, and honestly, much higher premiums on your next policy. Once your new coverage is totally locked in, then you contact Liberty Mutual. And finally, never assume the policy is canceled until you receive actual written confirmation. If you don't get that email or letter, make sure you follow up.
So grab a pen and jot this down. 1-800-290-8711. That is Liberty Mutual's 24/7 cancellation phone number. And here's a big heads up. You cannot complete a full cancellation online. Liberty Mutual actually requires you to speak directly with a representative. Just have your policy number, your cancellation date, and your new coverage details ready to go. And remember, stay polite but firm when they start offering you retention discounts to stay.
Next up is Section 4, Crucial Considerations Before Canceling. We really need to navigate some known pitfalls here.
This is where people make massive mistakes. If you live in highly regulated states like New York or North Carolina, you have to physically surrender your license plates to the DMV before you cancel your liability insurance. In New York, failing to do this can actually result in tiered daily civil fees or a complete registration suspension. And in North Carolina, you could face up to a $150 fine and a 30-day license suspension. So please, always double-check your local DMV rules.
You also really need to be aware of how refunds are calculated. Keep in mind that Liberty Mutual uses what's called a short rate cancellation process rather than pure proration. Basically, this means if you cancel early in your term, they might keep a 10 to 15% fee from your remaining unearned premium. The reasoning they use is that shorter terms cost more upfront. But if you are owed a refund, it usually arrives in 7 to 10 business days directly to your original payment method.
Now, this next consideration is specifically for our business owners. Better Business Bureau records show that some commercial customers were actually pretty surprised by audit bills after canceling pay-as-you-go workers' compensation policies. Looking at the case files impartially, this happens because a standard minimum premium still applies to the policy term. So even if you report zero payroll and cancel, you might still owe this baseline charge to the carrier after the final audit.
All right, Section 5, Securing Your Next Policy. Let's make sure you land safely.
When you're out there shopping around, don't just look at the bottom line price tag. Ensure your new coverage limits and deductibles actually match up to what you previously had. Also, verify that you aren't accidentally losing a massive bundling discount.
Like if you move your auto insurance but leave your home or renter's insurance behind, the price of your remaining policy might suddenly jump way up. Always evaluate the entire package.
And that brings us to Section 6, Frequently Asked Questions. Let's rapid fire through some common ones.
First up, can I cancel my policy online? This is actually a massive source of confusion for so many digital-first consumers today who just expect to do everything with a simple click.
Well, the answer is no. While you can use the Liberty Mutual portal to view your policy, make your payments, or even request a secure callback to skip the initial phone queue, completing the actual cancellation requires a direct conversation with a rep. They're likely going to try to entice you to stay, which is totally standard practice, so just be prepared to hold your ground.
Next question. Will Liberty Mutual cancel my policy if I just stop paying? I know it might be incredibly tempting to just log into your bank and stop your auto draft to sort of force the cancellation, but is this actually a good strategy?
Well, yes, they will eventually cancel it. They usually offer a 10 to 14-day grace period. But doing this is a terrible idea. While canceling the policy properly yourself doesn't affect your credit at all, letting it cancel due to non-payment absolutely can if that unpaid balance goes to collections. Furthermore, it creates a lapse in your insurance history, which will absolutely hike up your future insurance rates with other carriers. Seriously, always cancel it properly.
Before you pick up the phone to cancel, ask yourself, have you verified your local laws? Make absolutely sure you aren't accidentally walking right into a state fine or a suspended license just because you didn't surrender a piece of metal to the DMV first. When it comes to insurance, knowledge is your absolute best protection.
Just a quick reminder, this explainer is for informational purposes only. Insurance regulations vary wildly by state, so please consult your specific insurance advisor for personalized advice to ensure your transition is completely seamless. Now that you've got the roadmap, I'll leave you with this. Are you staying with your current provider out of genuine loyalty or simply out of the fear of switching? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and good luck taking control of your policy today.